Good morning and welcome to the 2022 NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Selection Show. I am your host, Jeremiah Johnson. This is an exciting time for everyone associated with the sport. Conference tournaments in the books, now a tremendous amount of anticipation for the NCAA tournament that gets started this weekend. 46 schools will compete. 32 conferences have been awarded automatic qualification for the championship. There are 14 at-large spots available. 14 first-round games will be conducted Saturday, May 14th, with the winners advancing to second-round action. 16 second-round games will be played on Sunday. Everyone trying to get to those 4 regional sites, May 21st through the 22nd. A champion will be crowned May 29th at Kerr Stadium. Salisbury is your defending champion. Now, 18 schools will receive a bye into that second round. The first of those in our first school to introduce on this program, 17-1 Middlebury. Now, they had won 42 consecutive games dating back to March of 2019. They hope to start a new streak next week. They did fall in the NESCAC championship to Tufts. Jane Early was named the conference's player of the year. Aaron Nicholas, listen to this story, tied for 4th on the list with 153 career draw controls, but she was also on the 4-time NCAA champion field hockey team. Jane Early has 152 career points. Middlebury won the 2019 championship. They did not compete last season, so in some ways you could say they are also a defending champion. Next in, SUNY Geneseo, 14-3, despite a loss to Cortland in the conference championship. The Knights earned an at-large spot in this field, their first NCAA appearance since 2014. They will play St. Joseph's, Maine in a first-round game on Saturday. The headline on the school's lacrosse webpage said it all. Mission accomplished. Down 6-3 at halftime, they rallied to defeat Johnston and Wales and earn the Great Northeast Athletic Conference's automatic spot in the field. In as another host and school with a bye, the University of Chicago, 17-1. They participated in their first D3 women's tournament last season, won 2 games in the process. Back for a second straight season, the automatic qualifier out of the CCIW. Great teamwork. They're tied for 5th in the nation in assists per game. Capital is in 19-0 in the regular season. Ohio Athletic Conference regular season champions, their first women's lacrosse trophy in school history. The Comets earned the AQ out of the OAC. Brooke Delara is the Capital career point scorer with 387, also the career assist leader with 185. Ended the regular season number 2 in D3 with 135 points on the season. Freshman Grace Osborne finished the regular season with 102 goals. The Comets will play Hamlin, 5th time in the championships. They are representing the Midwest Women's Lacrosse Conference thanks to Annalisa Aragon's goal with 36 seconds left in overtime. The Pipers got a 13-12 OT victory against Lake Forest, putting them in the NCAA tournament. Colby will host a second-round game. Dropping a NESCAC semifinal game to Tufts is nothing to be ashamed of. They are in as an at-large. You see that 14-3 record. Sarah Stark and Gianna Bruno were named NESCAC all-first-team selections. Springfield is in 13-5, 9th appearance. In 2021, they lost to Babson in the NEWMAC championship. They turned the tables in 2022. Come from behind fashion. Shout out to Haley Moody for registering a career-high 15 saves in the clincher. It should be a great first-round game when Springfield plays Merchant Marine, the automatic qualifier out of the Skyline Conference. The Mariners prevailed in a convincing 15-2 victory against Farmingdale State on Saturday. 7 goals for Jessie Warner, giving her most valuable player honors. Moving on, we welcome William Smith. They will host a second-round game this weekend. Number 1 in the most recent Region 3 rankings, 17-1. They've won their last 13 games, including a 12-11 win against Ithaca to claim their 6th straight tournament title. Allie McGinney leads the team with 94 points on 37 goals and 57 assists. That is a William Smith single-season record. Maddie Montgomery also 64 goals. The only 2 schools at William Smith, only 2 schools there, so they will play in a second-round game. 13-5 Messiah, ranked 5th in the Region 4 rankings. This is their 10th NCAA appearance. Moving on, Gettysburg is a championship contender for sure, making sure Coach Carol Cantel's final season is a special one. The Bullets beat Franklin and Marshall to win the Centennial Conference title. They head to the tournament for the 20th time since 2000. Katie Fullerwan was named the tournament MVP. They've appeared in the national semifinals 7 times since 2006, 3 national titles in school history, 2011, 2017, and 2018. Roanoke hopes for a chance to play Gettysburg. They are in a first-round game. They're 14-4. Despite a loss to Washington Lee in the ODAC championship, Roanoke can exhale. They are in as an at-large. And their first-round opponent is Bryn Athyn. Survived a monsoon-like weather conditions and a big-time challenge from Notre Dame, Maryland to win the CSAC championship for the first time in program history. This is indeed a special time. First NCAA appearance for the Lions. They have won 11 consecutive games. It is a great day for Denison. Perhaps some disappointment in falling in the NCAC championship, but the Big Red have done enough to not only get in as an at-large selection, but also with a bye and opportunity to host this weekend. You're watching some highlights from the Big Red right now. This is Denison's 23rd appearance in program history. Catholic is in an exhilarating finish to the Landmark Conference Championship. Rachel Searle made a stop and goal with 1 second remaining in regulation to preserve an 11-10 victory over Scranton. She earned league tournament MVP hardware as well. Offensively in that game, Kate Olson netted her 50th goal of the season. So keep an eye on Catholic this week in the NCAA tournament. They will face St. Mary's, Indiana in an entertaining MIAA championship. St. Mary's defeated Tri 19-15. It's the second consecutive appearance for the Bells, who have played great defense all season. Valentina Rubio, Elizabeth Bourassa, and Lindsay Hertzman were credited for their skills and consistency on D for St. Mary's. We move ahead to welcome Washington and Lee, 17-2, 12 consecutive ODAC titles. They defeated Roanoke 11-5 to earn this spot. How about the performance when it mattered most by Hannah Bishop? She scored a career-high 6 goals in that championship. This is the 20th NCAA appearance for Washington and Lee. They are in the second round. They will await the winner of a game that includes Washington and Jefferson, 12-4. They won the CCIW postseason tournament for the second straight season, knocking off Grove City 13-5. The Presidents moved up from 6th to 4th in the most recent Region 6 rankings. They are 3rd in the country in caused turnovers per game. Now we would like to welcome to the tournament Transylvania, automatic qualifier representing the Heartland Collegiate Women's Lacrosse Conference. There you see Washington and Jefferson playing against Transylvania for the right to play Washington and Lee. Good morning, Wesleyan, Connecticut. A semifinal loss in the NESCAC tournament to Middlebury does not keep Wesleyan out of the tournament. Always an honor to earn individual recognition in this prestigious conference. Olivia Lay, Kate Balicki, and Indigo Pellegrini DePore were named first team all-conference, with Olivia taking the league's Rookie of the Year. York, Pennsylvania is in, playing in the first round, but also with hosting rights this weekend. You see stars on the screen. Those are the host schools. The Spartans are the champions of the Commonwealth Conference. Kirsten Blanchard was named the tournament most valuable player. She scored 7 goals in a 12-7 win against Stevenson. York will host St. John Fisher on Saturday. Borrowing a line from their school's website, it has been a decade of dominance in the Empire 8. 10 straight championships now for the Cardinals. Sydney Carpenter named MVP. She has 35 goals this season to lead the team. So that has completed the first half of the bracket. We'll look to the right of the page, tell you about the other 23 teams in the field when we return after a brief break here on NCAA.com.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
We are ready to introduce you to the remainder of the field that will participate in the 2022 NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Championship. No surprise to see the College of New Jersey on the screen, 15-2 and host of a second-round game. TCNJ has won 11 consecutive NJAC championships. Jenny LaRocca on the verge of breaking the single-season program record for points. She was named the conference's Attack Player of the Year. Anna Devlin broke the school record for draw controls in a season in that NJAC championship. And how about Allie Tobler? 75 goals this season. TCNJ, 12-time national champions, their 36th NCAA appearance. St. Mary's, Maryland will play a first-round game on Saturday. Lucy Guscio set a single-season record for points, currently stands at 118. She was also named the United East Offensive Player of the Year. As a team, the Seahawks have notched 8 20-goal games. Congratulations to St. Mary's, Maryland in the tournament. It will be a fantastic first-round game when they take on Framingham State. The 2 seed in the MASCAC tournament earned the right to say we're number 1 on Saturday, led by a tournament MVP performance by Rachel Erickson. The Bears defeated 4th-seeded Bridgewater State to earn the automatic qualifying spot in the field. Time now to recognize Roger Williams. Back-to-back Commonwealth Coast Conference championships. They defeated Endicott 12-7 Saturday, thanks in part to Lily Cunningham's offense. She had 4 goals, and Hannah Goodwin's defense. She made 10 stops in the victory. Second straight season, Roger Williams has finished undefeated in conference regular season play. SUNY Cortland likely still savoring a championship in that State University of New York Athletic Conference. It's the school's 23rd NCAA appearance. They won the national championship in 2015. Western Connecticut State is in a highly impressive Little East Conference Tournament Championship. Western Connecticut State defeated Plymouth State 17-4. Anna Shipp made 6 saves for the Wolves. She was named the tournament's most outstanding player. Salisbury is a team to keep an eye on over the next few weeks. The defending champions are back, and they mean business. 22 titles in school history, 4 championships, 4 seconds, and 4 third-place finishes. Highlights of Salisbury, of course, the champions in 2021, a team to keep an eye on with a 15-2 record. Time to say hello to Stevens Institute of Technology. Won their first conference championship since 2011, returning the tournament for the first time since 2018. Cameron Rogers and Zoe Cook eclipsed 100 career points this season. SUNY Canton is in a no-doubter weekend for SUNY Canton. They won their 2 North Atlantic Conference tournament games by a combined score of 43-10. Samantha Dater was named tournament MVP. It's the 2nd consecutive NCAA appearance in program history for SUNY Canton. Kenyon College will host action this weekend. Automatic qualifier out of the North Coast Athletic Conference. A 4-goal first-half deficit did not deter Kenyon. They rallied for a 12-10 victory against Denison. 5 goals from Mallory Brophy. They were big. She earned league tournament MVP honors. Rhodes will travel to Kenyon College for a first-round game, the automatic qualifier out of the Southern Athletic Association. Emily Bruner leads the country in assists per game. Rhodes will match up with Aurora, the automatic qualifier representing the Northern Athletic Collegiate Conference. They are in the field thanks to a 15-7 win against Concordia College. A number of postseason awards went to Aurora players, including Bailey Simpson, Offensive Player of the Year, Taylor Sims, Defensive Player of the Year as well. Rhodes and Aurora will play for the right to meet Kenyon on Sunday. Bottom portion of the bracket now, we recognize Tufts, who will host a second-round game. Tufts could not be feeling better entering the NCAA tournament after a thrilling 9-8 victory over Middlebury on Sunday. The Jumbos were paced offensively by freshman Maggie Carden. She had 5 goals, earning that NESCAC automatic qualifying spot. They hope to get back to the national championship where they were last season. They just would like to win one more game. St. Lawrence will travel to Tufts for a second-round game this weekend and is an at-large despite a loss in the Liberty League semifinals. Charlotte Powell and Isabella Sylvia have 49 and 48 goals respectively this season. Moving on, high praise for Pomona Pitzer. 18-0, a lot of players signaling we're number one after the Sagehens prevailed in the SCIC tournament title. Sydney Landauer led the charge. She had 4 goals and 3 assists. This is the school's 4th appearance, first since 2016. Freshman Shashi Henderson ranks 2nd in the country in assists per game. Look at that 16-0 record. Claremont Mudscripts sees its name on the screen, a Pool C at-large berth. The only losses this season were to Pomona Pitzer and top 15 teams, TCNJ and Wesleyan. This is their 9th tournament appearance. They will face off against George Fox. 5th straight undefeated Northwest Conference title campaign. Outstanding work by Katie Brand, the conference's coach of the year. Franklin and Marshall is in and a host this weekend. No doubt about their spot in the field as an at-large, despite losing to Gettysburg in the Centennial Conference Championship. 23rd appearance. They have an all-time record in the tournament of 33 and 20. That includes national titles in 2007 and 2009. Franklin and Marshall will be in and awaiting a matchup in the second round. We say hello now to Stevenson. Carolyn Murphy and McKenna Blake are the top goal scorers for Stevenson. They've combined for 109. They are in as an at-large, just the 2nd appearance in program history. They'll meet Meredith, make it 8 straight USA South titles as well. Congratulations to Meredith, 15 and 5 on the season. Our final host school to recognize, 16 and 3, Ithaca. Despite falling to Williams, Ithaca lives to play another week. This is the 14th time in the tournament for the Bombers. They are 16 and 3. Lexi Held has started 18 of 19 games in goal and has a .491 save percentage. Hello, Haverford. 12 and 5, in for the 5th time in school history, first since 1991. I'm guessing this announcement set off a wild celebration for the Fours. They had to wait until the very end of the show. The final at-large spot announced. All 5 of their losses this season came to ranked opponents. And the final school to recognize on this Monday morning is Cabrini. Automatic qualifier out of the Atlantic East Conference. They earned this spot thanks to a 19-6 victory against Marymount. This is Cabrini's 10th consecutive conference title, 20th in the 24-year history of the program. Cabrini and Haverford play Saturday. The winner earns the right to meet Ithaca in the second round on Sunday. So there you have it, the 46 schools that will compete in the 2022 Division III Women's Lacrosse Championship. 4 regional sites will be held Saturday and Sunday, May 21st through the 22nd. The winner of those 4 regionals will advance to the semifinals and final, which will take place May 28th and 29th at Kerr Stadium in Salem, Virginia. The Old Dominion Athletic Conference and the City of Salem will serve as hosts for the championships. Once again, those games can be seen here on NCAA.com. My name is Jeremiah Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Congratulations and best of luck to all of the student athletes competing in this year's event.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.